Okay, no more yo-yos. I'm gonna hit go and tell you what I'm doing. I'm moving forward with imperfect action rather than stay still with perfect inaction. This is not the most ideal setup to record this video for you, but a couple of you have been kind of confused about equipment or exactly what I'm asking you to do. So I thought I would go through the whole workout and explain to you how it works. Post this right up there on YouTube, and then you guys can, I wouldn't call it following along, but at least you'd understand where I'm getting my moves from, what I'm talking about, how it all fits together. I hit my gym boss. This is an interval timer. I get asked about it a lot. People think it's a pedometer, which are kind of a thing of the past, I guess, because people have their little Fitbits. Anyway, this is a gym boss, and it counts how long time has elapsed. It actually counts backwards from 5 minutes because we're doing the 5-minute warm-up. It also will record go time and rest time. So you'll see that shortly. I'm just going to run through this totally imperfectly. I have no idea how the camera is going to act, but at least you get to see how it all works together. I'll do the whole workout though. Week 1 you'll stop with, I'll tell you actually once we get there where you would stop at week 1. We are 1 minute 30 seconds into the march in place warm-up. You can do this around your block if you want to go outside, get a little bit of vitamin D from the sun. That would be good. And as you can hear, my breath is coming up just like when I was on the treadmill, which is right next to me. That's why I'm pointing in that direction. And that's a good thing. I'm doing a general warm-up, getting my blood flowing, getting my respiration up, a little bit heated. Not quite like a private summer yet. Gosh, you can chat through anything. It's kind of weird talking to yourself, knowing that you're talking to an audience, even though you can't see them. I can see you. Just don't watch this too many times. The jokes will get old. You'll see them coming and cringe, probably. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, so we're halfway through the overall warm-up, march in place. I usually take this time to just kind of quietly think. It's hard to do when you're trying to work and move and make some difference with your movement, but with warm-up you don't really have to concentrate. As you may have seen in the shorter video, you're supposed to turn your core on and definitely turn your glutes on. You can march really high and slower, which actually I find more difficult to do. But this is a go at your own pace. It's warming you up to about a perceived rate of exertion or rate of perceived exertion of 3. 1 minute, 35 seconds left. I'm going to have to study the script. I'll have to pull the script back out. I think it's behind me. I have all kinds of implements behind me. I can see them in the video camera. Okay. And the sound you hear, sound quality is not the best, right? Sound you hear actually the sound of my thighs slapping together because I'm wearing long pants. Oh God. Probably shouldn't have shared that little secret with you, but now you know. You know everything I know, and probably a little bit more. Also, probably a little more than you wanted to know. Less than 50 seconds left. We're almost there. My body should be warmed up. I'm still a little bit out of breath, which is perfect. Oh, look, I'll perfect my jewelry. That's the only amount of multitasking I allow myself, other than chatting like a little monkey over here. Okay, I know I keep looking at this. Watching time doesn't make it go faster. It actually makes it perceive to go slower. Your perception is that it goes slower. Bet you're still listening to those thighs, aren't you? Okay, 10 seconds left. Now this is going to get interesting because our next move will be a foam roll, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check. but I don't know how to get you down on the ground. Okay, so now we're going to foam roll. And as you could see in the small vignette videos that I sent to you, you can roll as long as 10 minutes. You could make that a whole hour workout. But if I were you, I would roll out your most difficult parts of your body that are a little sore. I call them sweet and sour spots. This is a roller. I got this probably from Amazon, probably. It's a medium density. Actually, this one is a hard density. They come in different densities. Usually the white ones are super porous. Is that the right word? I'm not sure if that's really, it's not high density. How about that? And then the blue ones are medium, and these are usually very high density. So you may want to start with a blue one or a medium density one. So yeah, we're going to foam roll. Now this is where it's going to get interesting because I'm not sure how I can get this down on the ground. Oh, this is going to be super interesting. Oh, my perfectionist. Wow, ladies, where'd you go, huh? Let's see, is that going to get the ground? Can you see me? Oh my goodness, this is not the best. This is not exactly how you probably envisioned getting down on the floor with me. And look, it's not even straight. Oh no, not that. What do I do? I'll make this leg shorter. No, that's not gonna work. I may have to just trim some of this out. Then you wouldn't have any fun. It's much more fun. That was not a good sound, I assure you. That was something that was not supposed to happen. But I'm still going. I'm gonna get this video. I am. I've already tried a couple. So let's see if this works. Okay, you've seen it in the vignette. I know this isn't a really good angle. I'm sorry about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll my glutes, even though this isn't exactly the direction I was planning to do. I was planning to go back and forth this way. Let me see if I can do this. So when you saw Elliot and I moving some of my equipment, looks like I'm recording this. I'm sorry about the angle. Just consider it artistic. So remember the glutes, and then you can come down, roll it about 5-6 times each way, and then you can come down and get those, believe it or not, these are called your erectors. That's right. And those are always a little sore on me because I do heavy deadlifts. And then come up and you can get your lats. I'm just going to do one side. This is a real, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. This is a really light workout for me because I do a different type of workout now. It's just because we have different, you and I have different goals right now. I'm trying to get my deadlift up to 300 pounds, and I have this feeling that you aren't. So there's absolutely no shame. These are going to be difficult workouts for you. It's a basic workout, so there, I promised I wouldn't come on the other side, and I did. You'll also roll your upper thigh, your quads, your hamstrings back here, anything that feels like you need to roll it. And I think we're going to just say we did our rolling. I'm just showing you. You can pause the video and do your own rolling. So a foam roller is what you need, and those are about $30 maybe 20. Okay, now, what are we going to do here? I have no idea. Remember that pole sound you heard? That wasn't good. All right, so next we're going to do an upper-lower metabolic burn. So I'm going to take my gym balls. I'm going to straighten you guys out. I don't know how to do this. I really don't know how to do this. I would hate to cut any of this out. It's just, sometimes the bloopers are more interesting than the thing itself. But I really wish I could get this straight because I don't like that it's, I mean, I'm all for moving forward with imperfection, but not when it's this kooky. Oh, I can't get it straight. I don't know. The only way I can get it straight is to make it sit up. And by that I mean I would cut most of my body off. I'm trying to see. I still have this instant, but if I lower this, you have no idea. We have a trapezoid. My tripod is currently looking like a trapezoid, but I think we can make this work. Who cares? Just follow along, follow the bouncing ball. Oh, wait a minute, now I'm gonna be out of this. Hang on, let me back up. So what I'm gonna do is this metabolic up and down. What I mean by that is you can take a pillow, because the most important part of this is, cannot walk and chew gum. The most important part of this whole thing is getting your respiration up. So now we're talking about a higher respiration than the general warm-up. And I want you to work hard. People love this. It's why I kept it in, because it's why I gave it to you guys. People love this. I would use a pillow if you have nothing else. I will show you what it looks like with this. Kind of matches the room, kind of, if you saw the room. But there's so much stuff going on, it's hard to say. All right, you may see some dust puff up because it's a pillow that sits in my living room and isn't used much. What I'm going to do is I'll talk in the in-between times, during the recovery time. Here we go. We're going to do 3 of these. Okay, so it feels really good. I know, look, I'm trying to make it pretty for you. Not so pretty. It's up and down. As you can see, I'm going up and I'm slamming it down, and I'm going up and slamming it down. I have to squat to go down. You go at your pace. You should be getting your heart rate up. And as you can hear, I'm further out of breath. I used a medicine ball at Elliott's, and I'll show you that. Next, I get a little break. Wonder if I've started sentences and not finished them. Probably. That's what I do. I'm really good at that. So now I'm looking for, I actually had a medicine ball in here as part of the equipment. And of course, now I don't see it. No, I don't see it. So, moving forward with imperfect action, I actually really did. I had that silly medicine ball. It's about 10 pounds. Here we go. We're going to go again. Oh, I'm creating. Oh my God. The lighting that I have in here is going back and forth. You might be getting nauseous because I'm a little bit sideways. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to live with it. If I have to live with a trapezoid, you can live with me. Partially askew. That's how I live my life anyway. Yes, this is what I do, except usually I use inside voices. As in the voices inside my head. That's round 2. We have one more round. I'm recovering. I really wish I could find the, wish I could find that medicine ball, but it's not meant to be. Medicine ball weighs about 10 pounds. I don't know what they stuff in there. Could be a pumpkin for all I know. Ooh, it's really got me going. And those are something that you can slam on the ground. They have a lot of uses, but don't feel obligated. Okay, last one. To get something heavy, this probably weighs 2 or 3 pounds. And again, you can hear, this is getting my respiration up. I'm still doing the up and down motion. I'm just squatting down. Okay, almost there. Okay, the dust rhinos are flying around the room. I have no idea what that looks like on camera. I have this feeling this is the last. Okay, we're done with that. We get a little break, 30-second break. And then we get to go to the abdominals. Now, here's what's really sad. I'm going to put you guys looking at me on the ground. But what's going to be sad is that I have no idea what shape I'm going to be in. I could be totally askew. I may not even get my trapezoid back. I just don't know what to say what's going to happen next. But again, move forward with imperfect action rather than stay still with perfect inaction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gym boss and I'm going to put it on, what did I give you guys? I'm going to actually do the whole 60 seconds because I'm just that kind of trainer. I'm going to sacrifice myself for you. You didn't get to see me do it. These are not easy, even for me. And they pay huge, huge dividends. So I'm going to do it. I don't know if I can record it. Now that's kind of spotty. Oh, look, you're able to come down. Yeah, I might be able to get most of this. I don't know what you're going to see. I'll just talk you through what it's going to look like, okay? So, let's see if I can see myself. You may not be, okay, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to hit go. Now, I'm sorry you can't see my whole body. Let's see if I can get into the camera. Come into the light. Come into the light. What I'm doing is I'm trying to talk and work at the same time. I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm squeezing my core and I'm really breathing. Don't hold your breath. That will raise your blood pressure. That's not a good thing. I'm rolling my backside under, really squeezing that glute. It makes it more difficult. And it's difficult to talk and work at the same time. I have about 20 seconds left. You can start at 30 seconds or wherever you start and just build by 5 or 10 second increments each time. If this is too hard, even for 10 or 15 seconds, get up on an incline as I showed you on the video. I'm not going to show you that today. 2 seconds. Okay. 1 minute's done. I don't know what's going to happen to my trapezoid. Not my own, not my own traps, which are up here. My trapezoid tripod. Let's see what happens. Okay. Still askew. Okay. All right, I get a minute break. Now, what do we do next? We do squats. And the way squats work, hang on, I'm going to try to fix the trapezoid in the, oh, did that make it better? That might have made it better. Except I might be so short. Let's see if I can get, oh, you can see me. Hello, I don't think I'm a trapezoid anymore. Okay. A squat. First set I'm going to do is body weight. When I roll back around to the second set for week, is it week 2? You do 2 sets. I'm going to add weight. That's not what I would suggest. I think that's what I'm going to do. What should I do? I could have talked to you about the pin system on the weights, but actually, you know what? I'll do that when I get to a row, because I'm pretty sure I have a row in here for you. Isn't that funny? I don't even know what I'm doing. I know it here, but I want to make sure I follow the same script. Okay, so now it's time for a squat. And I'm not sure how much of me you can see. I'm moving these weights. I'll try to move back as far as I can, but I have stuff in my way. When you go down, I want you to aim for something. It'd be great if you had a little stool. The lower you can go, the better. Watch those knees. If you point your toes out, it'll get your inner thighs a little bit better. But watch those knees. Make sure they don't cave in. Push on that glute, go down, and that's 1. This will be 6. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's it. Now we get a break. Okay. So what we just did was we worked on your glutes, your butt. I want that butt to fire. Those should not be difficult, and if they are, use a stool or a chair to hang on to till you get your glutes working. This is an important move. It's the move you do every time you sit down and get up from the toilet. So don't tell me you can't squat, because everybody does it. And I don't like the idea of you plopping on the toilet. I think that's very unhealthy. So let me just see. It's like a cow moving up. I don't know if you can see me or not. I don't want to mess with the trapezoid because I feel pretty good about it. But I'm not leaving myself very much room. So, once again, I tucked through your rest time. These are adjustable dumbbells. These are actually Reeboks. They go up to 25 pounds. I've not seen any more by Reebok that are 25 pounds. They don't seem to make them anymore. Leader makes a pair. I cannot recommend them or not recommend them. I've never used them, and I like to not recommend things that I've not used. I also have a pair from Sports Authority that go up to 50 pounds. If you think you're going to be doing this for a while, they were a little bit more expensive, but I got them on sale. Okay. I'm going to actually put this, I got them on sale, so you could do the same, or Craigslist is always an option. So, the way the pin system works is I literally pick up this pin. Look, I've given myself more rest time because I just chattered through rest time. And you just slip them out. I don't know if you could see that, but I've left behind the other parts of the 25 pounds, and I've only picked up the stem and the weights that will make it be easy at 15. Don't baby yourself. I'm hoping that you can see this. I can't really see myself, and I haven't given myself much room, but anyway. Okay, I'm going to breathe out when it goes up. 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I'm going to do the safe way, but I don't think you can see me. I'm going to pop up safely, and I'll show you really quickly how to pop down safely. You put them on your knees, and then you're here. I didn't really show good behavior when I got down. I'm so used to doing this, and these are kind of light for me. Again, it's not about showing off. I started with 5 pounds at one point, so we're all on the spectrum, and what's difficult for me with this is that it's in a rep range of 15. I'm used to doing rep ranges of 3 or 5 or 1. Okay, I forgot to hit the rest time. I'm getting a little more rest time, so week 1 is taking a little longer than it will take you. I guess we're just filling in for that time that I didn't spend rolling. The next thing we're going to do is something called a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. I can't see what you can see. Pardon the backside view. Gosh, I'm chattering like a fast monkey. I'm going to actually move this up to 15. Not to show off, but to show that it's a lower body exercise and you can go up. 15 may be too difficult for you at first, so maybe you'll want to start with 10. Maybe 5 with the bench press, but please always push yourself and give yourself a lot of credit. I'd rather you try it and not get it up. Don't let it get up and then hit you in the face. But I'd rather you try it and reach for the stars if you think you can do it, than give up and say, I can only do 5 pounds, because you won't get as much benefit. All right, Romanian deadlift. I'll do half of them or 8 of them or so from the front, and then I'll turn to the side for the rest. So there are 15 of these. They're also known as straight leg deadlifts. Okay, I don't know what my form looks like. I'm trying to make it look good. My back is straight. That was 1, 2. I feel this on my hamstrings. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Promise, I'm tipping myself. I'm rotating myself. I think of this like the bird. Remember the bird that you would make its head wet and then it would tip down? It's just like that. Keep those shoulders back. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I'm going to put these down. 15. Then we move on to the back and biceps. This is called a dumbbell row. I'm actually moving these back in. I will probably bump this back down to a 10. These dumbbells. You can see how fast this goes. Like they really don't take up much space. Let me see if I can lift them up. There are things I want to tell you too. So much I want to tell you, so little time. So it comes with this little rocker thing. Can you see that? And then what happens is, this is probably dangerous, don't try this at home. You just lift this up and it leaves these little things behind. See, there's a little pin on there. So that's what you're looking for. It takes up less space, it's awesome. Okay, man. Exercise is a drug. Still waiting for that rest time to finish up, about 6 more seconds. Notice that I breathe out on the hard part. For this, it will be when I pull up. That's to ensure I don't hold my breath. Again, holding your breath will raise your blood pressure, and it's what your body wants to do when something's really hard. So my knees are slightly soft, and I'm holding on to something. This is called a 3-point dumbbell row because I have 1, I don't know if you can see it, my shoe is 1, my other shoe is 2, and my hand is on this bench here. If you want, you could make it harder by making it a 2-point and taking your hand back here. But anyway, let's do 15. This is 11. I don't really have a mirror, so I can't see exactly what my form looks like. And even though I can kind of see myself in this video, I'm upside down, so I'm at a disadvantage. I'm a little topsy-turvy. But hopefully I'm keeping my elbow in, and I'm not holding my breath. I'm breathing out when it comes up, and it's just straight up. It's 10, 13, 14, 15. And if the weight that you have is not difficult enough, hold it up there for a second. Don't let your, and in addition, do not let your elbow snap. I don't want to have any elbow injuries. That can be tough on your elbow, especially as you get heavier. Sometimes you're tempted to snap it down and up. That's using momentum, which isn't going to get you as much muscle back, but it's also not great for your elbow. So do everything with moderate to slow speed. Okay, so we've done the squat, the dumbbell bench press, the dumbbell Romanian deadlift, the dumbbell row, and now we are going to do a lunge. I'm going to do it without weight. You can also hold weight. I'll show you on round 2, because for those of you that will be finishing up week 1, I'll cut this out, edit it, and add the ending to it. You won't want to watch this 100 times, because my jokes really are going to get boring. They're actually maybe even potentially boring the first time you hear them, but doubtful. Okay, lunges, 15, body weight. I'm putting my hands on my hips. It gives me more stability. I'll talk about shoes in a minute, because I just thought about that. Let's see if I come back to it and remember it. But try to keep steady. This is great for ankle, making sure your ankles remain stable, and it's just straight up and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You get to choose your depth. I'm going pretty low. I don't know if you can see that. You don't have to go as low. These will make your knees sore as you recover the next day or two. 2. So go light at first. 4, 5, 6, 7. You can also do these by holding on to things. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I start to feel that burn on my quad, which is the front of your thighs. Again, choose your depth wisely. You're doing 15 of these, so if you do them pretty shallow, that's going to hit some of your thigh, and it will give you room to grow, especially if you're slightly overweight and your knees are kind of sore. Build up to further depth. There are even ways to like increase the height of your front so that your back one can go down lower. So there's a lot you can do with this, and I'll try to remember to show you on round 2 how to add weight. You just basically hold them, in case I don't remember. All right, final thing. We're gonna work on our shoulders. Whew, that got my heart rate up. I'm gonna do 10 pounds on each arm. If you, gosh, it's hard to find 7.5. Wow, these things look like 2.5, which is probably better for females, but I'm gonna do 10. you might want to start with 5. Okay, you can't see it, but my ankles are together. I'm squeezing my glute, and I'm just going from basically around my ear to my up. 4, 5. This is 12. Sorry, it's out of the picture. 13, 14, I could be like Lord Farquaad, and 15, get down on my knees, but that really probably would defeat the purpose. See, you guys push me, I get a little workout in today. And this actually is not a little workout for me. It may not be building super muscle for me because I'm lifting differently because I've been doing this now for 6 years. As I told you, beginners start and they reap huge benefits at first. The first 12 weeks, 24 weeks, first year, even into the second year, you're a beginner and your body gets really toned and lean. And then all of a sudden you become an intermediate lifter, which could be anywhere from 6 months to a year to 2 years. Oh, I'm just talking right through this. And then you get to the advanced part and your gains are really little. But this is an aerobic workout for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle back to, I don't know if you can see me. I'm trying to see if I can see the floor. I'm going to try to do my next thing is plank again. And I'm going to see if I can do that with you guys seeing me. At least you've seen it. I can talk you through it. I'm so afraid I'm going to lose my trapezoid. And it's one thing to move forward with imperfect action. It's another to totally lose your device and ability to do so, to be even imperfect. So I'm going to go down on the floor. I'm going to hit this again. If you guys are doing week 1, you will have stopped here, and basically you're going to go on to whatever I have next, which is probably, what is it, to finisher, a Turkish Getup, and then a foam roll and stretch. So if this is the end of week 1 for you, or the beginning of week 1, awesome, you move on to the next thing. I'll cut it out. But for you people who are in week 2, we're going to do 2 sets of this, and this is how it looks like. We're going to circle back through the whole thing, starting with the plank. So here we go again. See if I'm in the, I don't know if I'm in the frame, can't tell. Getting into position, continuing breathing, 10 in, squeezing that glute, pushing my rib cage down, tightening my core. Every muscle is tight on me. 20 in. I start to shake because this is really uncomfortable. This is my second time around, so now I'm a little more depleted. It's more difficult. It's kind of an interesting way that I built out this program. But that's a good thing because it's also busting through fat. So 20 seconds left. 10, 5, 2, 1. Okay, now I get a minute break. So that was more difficult because I've already been through a huge chunk of the workout. I'm now, if it's week 2, I'm almost done once I get through this round. If it's week 3, we still have another round of that whole thing to do. They add up. They add up. Okay. So let's see what's next because I don't remember. That's right, squats. Okay, so what I want to teach you, and I'm not saying that you do week 1, I'm sorry, I'm not saying that you do day 1, or if you're in week 3, the first round you do body weight, the second round you add weights. I'm saying wait till you get exhausted from body weight, and then, when you stop being exhausted, then you add weight. So I'm going to show you a variation on the squat. This is called a goblet squat. 3rd week, which I will record shortly, I'll show you a different variation. So you can always make these more difficult, but do it the same way if you're comfortable with that. My knees are out, my toes are slightly flared out, and by that I mean kind of like Donald Duck. They're pointing out so that I get my inner thigh, and I'm going to go down. 4, 6, 7, wondering if I counted right, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Take a rest, called a goblet squat. This is actually 10 pounds. You can start with 5 if you want, or again, you can just do body weight. Whew. Almost like a private summer. Okay. So then I'll move on to the dumbbell bench press. You guys know what this looks like. I'm pretty sure, pardon the view, that I captured it on video. 1. So I'm not going to be as perfect with week 2 because you've already seen the form. Oh, I was supposed to, that's right. I put these on my knees. See these? They're going on my knees. Here I am, I'm rolling back. Okay. Because I've got a model good behavior. Okay. And I'm just waiting for the rest time to finish. They're just going to go straight up. This is working my chest and my tricep. Okay, ready? And it's time to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. Now, I'm using 10 pounds. I'm going to hit, oh, I didn't model good behavior. I'm sorry. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm a typical parent. They sneak out and drink. Okay. Forgot where I was. Sorry about that. Those are pretty demanding. I'm going to, we're getting ready to go into the Romanian deadlift, or the straight leg deadlift. It gets your hamstrings. Those are back here. You don't want to work on your front side, your quads, and make these stronger, and then ignore your hamstring. There has to be a balance between front and back in order for you not to be weird. That's not the right word. I apologize. I guess I'm having trouble finding my words. But I'm moving this, I'm using this pin system, and I'm moving it back up to 15, which is the original weight that I picked for these. I'm a little closer to you this time. My apologies. I'll do half in the front, half on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, I forgot my promise. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. I'm going to put these down, and then I'm going to hit the rest button. I'm going to actually put them in the cradle, and I'm going to move back to 10 pounds. Listen, if these are really demanding for you in week 1, and you don't feel up to moving to week 2, I probably should have told you this in week 1, not let it be a surprise to you in week 2. If you're not ready to move up and you're still demanding, don't add that second set. It's usually about the pace that I have my clients go, but I'm with them and I watch them and I watch their form. So I'd rather you be conservative if you feel like your form is getting off kilter. Form above all else. Push yourself too, yes, but form is the most important because we don't want any injuries. All right, chattered right through that rest time. Almost time for the dumbbell row. And here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, Last one, 15. Switch sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. I get a break. So do you. Because as you can see, the narcissism coming out of all about me. I get a break. So do you. All right. Now we're going to circle back to the one leg. I will not go as deep this time. I'm putting a little in the tank for the reserves because I know that third plank is coming up. And I'm going to show you what a less than deep one looks like. I'm sacrificing myself and my workout to show you what a less deep one looks like. Of course, I should have done that in week 1, but I can also tell you, maybe during this rest time, I still have 20 seconds, that you won't be as sore in week 2. Week 1, you might be very sore, and I'll cover that as I hit the rolling and the stretching at the very end. Okay, so, yeah. Almost ready to go. I'm not going to go as deep, and you'll see what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really bracing my core. 5, 6, and my glutes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, one more, 15. Switch sides. Let's see if I do this right. I don't know why I turned around. Unimportant. That's kind of weird. Hopefully you can still see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I had to do was switch legs. 6. I could have faced the same way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the reason I tell you not to go as deep is I can feel the burn. So you're going to feel the burn too, I'm sure. What you need to do with that back foot is you need to have it up like this so you have a hinge. I'm afraid you can't see it probably in the video. I can't tell if you can see it. But my back heel is up. My toe is pointed down, and the front knee is out, and I'm going up and down, just straight up and down. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, did I hit the rest time? I did. Honestly, I'm so used to using this thing, I sometimes even use it at the end of using the restroom. So I think it's just habit. I wear it, I use it. I'll tell you the funny story if I remember after I finish these dumbbell military presses. Again, I'm using 10 pounds. If I were you, I'd use probably 5, especially if, well, I don't know what I would tell you. Almost ready. My knees are soft. I know you can't see as I get out of the stratosphere once I go up, but they go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yay. Okay. I think that's the end of round 2. Putting them back in their cradle. Okay, so each week you'll progress. My progression is pretty rapid. I'm going to hit this for a minute, and then I'm going to switch it to 30-30 for the Turkish Getups. I don't know why they have to name these things for foreign countries. It makes them more mysterious, but I guess you get to travel around the world from your own home or gym. Pretty cool. But this, you progress as you see fit. You could even do week 1, 1 set of everything. Week 2, 1.5 sets, meaning a full 15, and then the next week add, do 1 round and then a half round. So half round means 7 or 8 reps, and then the next week add another half rep, 8 reps, 7 reps, however it adds up to 15 on week 3. You progress this as you see fit, but each workout should be harder than the last. It doesn't have to be more weight. You could get a little more range of motion, make it more difficult so your body breaks down and has to rebuild. Okay, now I'm gonna switch this to our 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. This, for some of you, may be difficult, and it may be impossible for others of you, and that's okay. Don't do this if you can't do this. If you can't do this, contact me at laura@muffintoppled.com for an alternative. I haven't thought of one, but I do know some people cannot do this, and I hope you can see it. If you can't, it's going to be kind of weird, because I guess what I'll do is I'll just add Elliot in the video here. I am amongst, let me see if I can do it this way. I don't know. This is better. I don't know if you can see. I think you can see my feet. By the way, flat shoes. These are very flat. These are not running shoes. They're flat, like the kinds you get at Walmart for 10 bucks. Let's see if you can see me. I don't know. I'm sorry if you can't. So it's the good. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm swinging up. I'm going to stand up. I'm standing up. I'm coming back down, and I'm going to do this for 30 seconds. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move around and not get coming up on the elbow, swinging that leg under, hand above head, getting up, and then getting back down. And I apologize if you can't see this. And then these are demanding. It uses every muscle in your body. That's round 1. I'm going to do it this direction so that maybe you can see more of me on the other side. I have a carnage of weights over here. If you could see the real room, you only see part of it. It is a huge mess. But here I am. I don't know if you can see me. Hello, I'm here. I'm getting ready to start again. I'm sure in 4 seconds, so I will get up on the elbow. Here we go. We're going to start round 2. Up on the elbow, hand up. I'm going to stand straight up, and then I'm going to get back down. This is a quality of life thing. If you can get up off of the ground without pulling up on something, you have a very good quality of life. And if you can't, do your best to get here. This is a total body up and down movement. I'm using every single muscle in my body. Okay, I'm going to take a break. Maybe what I'll do is try to come forward, which is weird because, believe me, there's something in my way. Might even be a little dangerous. Don't tell anybody. Don't let the fire marshal know. All right, so I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. You may not even be able to see me. I got clunky things. Oh no, I don't think I can do this. Let's see. All righty, and I'm going to use a shoe. Look at me. So you can use a weight. Don't use the weight till you're comfortable with this, because I don't want it falling on you. Look, I'm using go time. Sorry, I didn't get up on that shoulder. I'm so confused. Look, I'm in your face. Not the most. I hope I've shaved. All right, here we go. That's 1. I'm not really counting how many I do. Unimportant. I'm going for time. Yeah, it looks like I did shave. Okay. Alrighty. I can kind of see what's going on. People, you're taking it out of me. I'm almost done. I'm sure it's only like, I don't know, 5 seconds on. Woohoo! And you're done. You're done. Now it's time to roll, and we all know I fake roll anyway. And then stretch, and I'll show you some stretches if you can see them on the, trying to think, if you can see them on the floor. I don't know if you can. Let's see. Okay, that was kind of boring. I'm going to move the light. I have a feeling we're going to have a small visitor. And by small, I mean maybe Siamese. Because otherwise we'll listen to her meow in the background. Okay, so that was our finisher. It was an up and down movement. Total body. You should be exhausted. But you should also be exalted because you just did a very difficult workout. Whether you're in week 1, week 2, or week 3. What I just recently told week 3ers is that first week, you're going to be sore. Second and third week, not so much. If it's too much to progress from 1 set to 2 sets, after the first week, you could do 1.5, meaning 15 the first set, circle back through, and do half of the next sets. And then the next week, add on the next half. So in other words, 15 of everything the first week, 8 of everything the second week. That made no sense. And I don't know if you can see her, but I definitely have a visitor. This is my little baby girl. This is not the one that said thank you, but I'm teaching her. Anyway, all right, so what I meant was week 1, 15. And if you can't even start at 15, that's okay. Start at 8. Start where you are and build up. So let's say you do 1.5. Week 1, you would do 15. Week 2, you do 15 and 8. Week 3, you do 15, 8. Week 3, you do 15 and 15. Never mind, you get the point. Hopefully I can't even talk about it. And as you can see, my little friend wants to talk. So I can roll her out. Just kidding. All right, so usually for me, my sore spots are my IT band, which I did not show you earlier. That is this hideous band on the front of your quad, and it's so painful. It's so painful, baby girl. Oh. And then you just roll it till it gets a little softer. If you want to make it more difficult, you put your leg on top of the leg to put more pressure. That's the thing I like about rollers, is that you can't really cheat on a roller. Gravity works against you. It's why when I do cardio, I get on the treadmill, because if I don't go, I would fall off, and I'm just going to do the back of this. Then some other really sore spots for me, I'm just going to do this side of it because I'm cheating. You do what you need to do. Pause this video to roll whatever you need to roll. Quads, hamstrings, back of the leg. These are your hamstrings. Your calves. That IT band I just told you about, hopefully you can see this. Like, it's all starting to fall apart. The cat's entered the room and, oh gosh, it's just all falling apart. And then the lats, or your back, oh, that's tough on me. Your erectors, the back of your back, just roll whatever you need to. So we'll just pretend like we rolled everything. Okay, let me see. I know what I can send to you guys now. You can just march in place at the very end. That's what you can do instead of Turkish Getups if you can't do those. But I've already given you the mandate to email me, and I'll just give you that same information. And then stretching. So we do something called a 50-50. You bend this leg in front of you, this leg behind you. I'm hoping you can see everything. And you bend over this. And you would hold here for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to do it because for some reason I'm feeling rushed. It's a little silly, but I do. Somehow somebody let the cat out of the bag, or someone let the cat into the room, and that'd be me. I don't know if you can see me, but now I'm doing it this way. And then if I could, I would stretch my chest. Because that's tight all day, I'm on the computer and my neck is forward. Stretch that chest up against a door. I don't have a door, but let's say I did, and you lean into it and you'll feel it through here. Also let's see, we will stretch. I have a band that I'm trying to get off of the wall. This is great. You put this around, you can use tubes or this kind of band, I don't know if you can see me, and you just twist this over and you roll all the way out. So my right shoulder is on the ground. It isn't because there's something in the way. Please don't do what I do. Make yourself straight. Don't have too much stuff in the way. But you can see how limited my space is, and I can still get a lot done. I could actually do a lot more even in this space if I didn't have to do it on the camera, and then this would come this way. But as you can see, I don't think I can do that. So I think that's just about it. I'm trying to think what else you might need to stretch. We got the chest. We got the 50-50. I think that's pretty much it. I feel pretty comfortable with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me and being with me during this imperfect action, because we just kicked some serious backside. See you soon.